It doesn't. It sounds like a great idea. Yeah, boy! And now that's how you finish the day at the track. How's it going, guys? Matt with Motorworks here, and we are at the Mopar or No Car event. That's right, no car like a Mopar. I'm ready for some drag racing. She's all teched in, so I'm gonna head up to the lines now, get my cameras set up, and we're gonna see what she does. So they're gonna go fast or brake, trying. Kind of rushed to get up here, so I already know I'm going to need a helmet because I've already been over 100 miles an hour and a quarter mile, so I know I'm going to need a helmet. But the first time you run, it's not a big deal. But just trying to do kind of a shakedown, see where it's at. I've never run slicks on this car before, so we're going to see how the launch goes, number one, and we're going to see how it affects my reaction time, stuff like that. I got to learn quite a bit. There has to be quite a bit of a steep learning curve here, especially if I want to be competitive, because I know a lot of these people, obviously they race for a living, so I'm going to focus on reaction time, and I'm going to just see how the car responds with the slicks. I set them to 25 PSI, which is about what they recommend, so we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, here we go. We're gonna see what happens. Gonna get the tires wet. Do a big smoky burnout. I don't see Carl. Alright, there he is. Hey.
Our husband's car is just drop dead gorgeous car. I know.
Getting it, boy.
Hey, Matt Bowler in the near lane 2006.
Let's go, Matty.
Chrysler 300 SRT.
Sticky,
Rachel
sticky.
Kirshner over on the far side. Rachel's 2020 Dodge Charger.
Let's get it, Matty.
Far side 1432.
Good job, Matty. 13s. All right, tires should be warmed up. We're just going to throw this in drive and kind of see what it does. Spinning off the line there. It was a little soft on the launch. I think I'm going to hold it up on the torque converter a little more next time. But good solid shakedown run. Everything is working well. So good shakedown run. I'm going to get back up into lanes and see if I can get a little bit harder start out of this thing. But not bad for a shakedown pass. Car performed well. Thank you. Oh yeah, 2 160-foot. I can definitely leave harder next time. Absolutely. 1342 at 107. So I got to go run and get my helmet. But I'm gonna run get my helmet, put it on, and then go back up to the lanes. And yeah, we could definitely do better than a 1340. Absolutely. All right, so this is an actual race event. Figures I picked the first time to bring the car out to an event. But I knew about the event, and it's going to be bracket racing. So I'm gonna go up again when it's my turn in the modern Mopar class is what I entered. It's I think 92 and up Mopars. So you go up, you get your time, and then you try and figure out based on the couple of time runs you get what you think your car's gonna run. You put that dial in on the car and then try and get as close to that number without going quicker than the time that you predicted. It's bracket racing, so this is the only form of racing where reaction time matters and actually knowing what the car is going to run matters. So first run kind of sucks because it was such a soft launch. You know, a 2.1 60 foot, I've gone better than a 2.1 on street tires. I think the best on street tires is like a 190 something. So I definitely am going to get in it a little bit harder, like I was talking about. I'm going to get up on the converter more, and you know, hopefully the next run it improves it a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to see. Car felt awesome, shifted just fine. Like I said, I'm just going to leave it in drive, especially since this is an event where the time you run should be pretty consistent. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to do anything different with the car because I kind of want to win. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with her. But first run done, everything feels good. I'm going to retorque the wheel, the lug nuts, make sure that they're still good. But just letting the car cool down now, and we're going to take her back out and see what she does. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off traction control. For those of you that don't know how to do this, you just push and hold the ESP button until it says traction control is off.
Got it.
That's how it does it.
13.3, 106. We just out here doing it.
Heavier on the converter this time. Come on, baby. Well, it felt better. See what we did. Definitely got smoked by the Hellcat though, but I mean, that's to be expected. Thank you, ma'am.
We're gonna take like a
All right, so there was a little bit of an oil down on the track. They got it fixed. This is the first round of eliminations here. I put a 1330 dial on my car because it seems my car keeps getting a little bit faster every time. So went with 1330. If I'm ahead at the end of the race, I'm just gonna jam on the brakes and hopefully I don't break out. Hopefully I end up going rounds. I'd really like to win it, but again, I'm just learning the car, learning the lights, and don't want a red light, and I don't want to break out. Aside from that, I don't really care what the time is I run. So here we go, see what she does. All right, so my first race is kind of worst case scenario. I'm racing a car that's slower than me, so that means I gotta not only catch him, but then not go too fast at the end. And also not red light while I'm anxiously waiting for my light to drop. So, yeehaw. Turn off traction control. So many goofy little things you gotta remember. Turn on the draggy. actually hit record. I just like doing burnouts. Well, now I can see how fast she's going to go. Because she just red lit. Yeehaw.
30,
Now I can see how fast she's going to go.
60,
Because she just red lit.
quarter mile,
Yay, I won my first race. That's awesome. Looks like I went about a 13 flat on that one, so I way broke out, but I didn't care because I already knew I won. First win, baby! Now I gotta change my dial in because that actually ran pretty good. Saying 1309 here, so we'll see what she did. Woo! Yay! Have a good one. Thirteen. So it keeps my time keeps dropping. 13 at 108.7. So letting it cool off did the trick. It picked up 1 mile an hour, and I knocked off another 10th. So now I don't know what to put on my window, but I gotta pop my hood and let this thing cool off as much as I can.
Off to round 2.
We'll see what we can do.
See what we can do. You want a 13-13?
Which is terrible because I broke way out. 13, so I'll probably want to change my dial.
I would change it now before you get up there.
We'll see.
The goal is 1250, but he's got to try to.
We've already gone past hitting the goal. Now we just want to win.
Now he just wants to win. Just to walk around.
Going with Carl and Slentz is
1320. 1320. 1320. If you don't win, you get no money. That's you. We'll see you there.
Alright, so I'm up against a 392 Charger. And I think this guy red lit in the last event that he was in, so hopefully he gets the nerves because I get to go before him, and hopefully I don't get the nerves because I get to go before him. But we'll see what happens.
Battle of the Wagons, 2005 Dodge Magnum Compare. Most times
We'll see what happens though. I think he's got a 1250 dial on his car.
That one wheel peel life. Yeah, left one didn't spin. Let's go, Matt. 1320, Matty. That's the number. 1340.
At this time, I need the finals in
Good try,
pro
Matty.
car.
Good try.
I need.
Didn't mean to double bulb him, but sometimes that happens. Sorry, dude. Go, baby, go! Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Do I let off? I don't know. I don't know. I think he beat me. I should have stayed in it, because I should have stayed in it. I don't know who won, but that was definitely a slow time. Should have stayed in it. Oh. Go, baby, go.
30. 60.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Do I let off?
Quarter mile.
I think you beat me. We'll see. Oh man, I should have stayed in it. I think I went 13.4, so oh well. That's racing. That's when it's tough. He was right there, so oh man. That was a good race. I think I lost, unless he broke out, because my time just wasn't there for that one. Come on, say it was good news.
No.
Ah, man.
Oh, you did good, but he just did better.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Oh, man. Yeah, I shouldn't have let out. I shouldn't have let out. Man.
You should have never hit the brake, Matty.
What?
Then you hit the brakes. You were right on.
I didn't know though, because he was like coming. I'm like,
Dude, you had it. You had it. As soon as you hit the brakes, it came up. We were like, that would have been 1320.
There was a dude up there who's like, yeah, we just talked after his last run.
Yeah.
He was like, tell him he should have never hit the fucking brake.
That's the part of bracket you don't know.
I didn't know, because he was like right there and he was letting off. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, but he had the
How
power.
fast am I going? Bracket racing at its best.
Hey, you went out with the 1320 on the window.
Good job, Matty. You did a good job.
You want us to put the ramps up
Hey,
for you?
you made the second round. Good job.
Farther than Carl
You tried.
did out of no prep.
Don't you listen to this guy.
Or this guy.
Or this-
Oh, man.
I mean,
What a bummer. That was a bummer.
that was a bummer brake hitting that small arm.
I was like, man, I'm ahead of him. I'm still ahead. That's what I kept thinking in my head. I'm like, I'm still ahead of this guy and he hasn't let off yet. So I'm like, am I going too fast? And then right after I let off, he let off. And he just scooted right past me. I'm like,
You were literally, you would have probably ran a 1320 if you would have stayed in it.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it. It doesn't. It sounds like a great idea. Yeah, boy! And now that's how you finish the day at the track.
Right down. You're a crazy motherfucker.
That's how you
Back her
finish
up
the
a little
day.
bit. Back her up a little bit.
Did I go forward too
Back
much?
her up a little bit.
Did I go too forward much? Did I go forward too much?
Did you go too much forward?
Back her out a little.
Hey, your
back.
tire finally spun this time.
Come on back. Come on back. Come on. Oh.
Oh, all right, do another one. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, all right, do another one.
Alright, set it up.
All right, that's it.
Set it up. Chain it up and do it.
See, that one was sticking and gripping.
Stripper glitter.
Stripper glitter.
Alright guys, so a 13.1 at 108 was the best I could get out of the car today. And as you saw on the slip, a 2.0 60 foot was my best 60 foot time. I just left it in automatic mode only because it wasn't a test and tune, it was an event. So I really didn't mess around with the RPMs. It's just wherever they shifted at, and it looked like it was actually shifted a little bit early, right around probably 5,800 RPM. I didn't look at the peak RPMs through the transformer, but it wasn't shifting it at 6,000 like I have done in the past when I've been when I've gone 1290s in this car. So 13.1's not hateful. It would have, if I didn't let out, I think I would have won that race, because I was still ahead of him. And looking at my time slip, you know, I was mid 13:49, I think. I'll have to look back at the slip. I mean, you guys saw it flash up on the screen. I don't have it in front of me, but I think I would have won that race with a 13:20 dial in. So, oh well. But that's bracket racing. It's tough, and for the first time in this car in a long time, it's been probably over 10 months, almost a year, since I've last driven this car, let alone race this car. So I don't think I did too bad. I at least won one race, you know, even if it was because they red lit. The car did awesome. The connector plate fixed the issue 100%. It did great burnouts, and it shifted every gear and was spot on. I didn't feel any slipping in the car, and for it to be as close to that 1290 that I have run before, I'm more than pleased with it. But there is room for improvement, and in about 2 weeks I got this thing going to a dyno, and in the garage back there, wherever it is there, I have a camshaft that I'm going to be slapping in this bad boy. So got 2 weeks to get a camshaft in, so I can go get this thing dyno tuned to make some real horsepower and really dip into those 12s. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you liked the video, as always, give it a thumbs up. Any comments you'd like to leave about the car, what your car runs now, what your car has run in the past, if you had a Chrysler 300 SRT. But I'd love to hear from you guys. But that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you in the next one, guys. We're going to be tearing this engine down, seeing what we got inside.